In a tweet on, in a post on X, it says, "One day I go organize Canter Boys, make we put Kofi Mole for tabletop, then lash am. Promoter enter the song inside crowd. You made a whole Sarkodie 10 Bruno Mars." The social media user wrote in pidgin English. Well, in his response, Kofi Mole was like, "I was ready to shoot a video, but never got any response from Sark and the team after multiple texts and calls. I let that slide." Also speaking in a phone interview on Daybreak Hitz with DJ Slim, Yao Skyface, the director for Makuma Video, giving an account of what really happened, said that 2 separate dates were booked for Sarkodie to join the recording session for the collaborative song Makuma, but he was not present on both occasions. "We set up 2 dates and Sark did not show up," he stated. Meanwhile, responding to an ex-post of Yao Skyface story, Sarkodie said, "Yeah, mama mi din dakakra misremo. I have no idea about this. And if actually it happened, there was a miscommunication somewhere. Only responding to this cause I got mad love for my superstar Kofi Mole," he mentioned. "I don't play games. I'm in or not." Well, after writing, he said, "Well, huh?" That's his full stop, by the way. Well,
period.
If I don't take it from me, let's listen to the interview that we had yesterday with Yao Skyface.
I think we set the first date, Sark didn't show up, second day, Sark didn't show up. And I think we have to use the same idea to shoot another music video. So that's what happened.
So you set up 2 dates?
Yeah.
And Sark did not show up?
Yeah.
Were there conversations? Did Kofi Mole actually engage Sark, or did you engage Sark to find out the reason why he did not turn up for the first date?
No. I think he was the one in conversation with Sark.
Okay, so it was Kofi Mole who was in constant talks with Sark?
Yeah.
And he did not get any reason, or the team, as in the production team, did not even get any reason why Sark did not show up?
No, I think the dates were not working for him.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you can also be waiting for, like, let's say, you keep certain dates and the person's showing up and you're still waiting. I think it wasn't making sense.
Now, if the dates were not working, why did Kofi Mole tell the production team that you have a video shoot on XYZ dates?
I don't know who exactly Kofi was talking to, but,
okay.
If you're not talking to the right person, the person can tell, okay, let me talk to him. Maybe you can do it on Tuesday. He doesn't show up. As I'm saying, I don't know who Kofi was talking to, but I think the dates were not just working for him. I don't know why.
Back into the studio, and now we're live on Facebook. Facebook is Hitz 103.9 FM. Hitz 103.9 FM. That is HITZ. 103.9 FM come through. We're about to start our discussion, and our first story is that Sarkodie has finally responded to Kofi Mole's allegation that he was absent for the video shoot of Makuma. In studio, Mr. Adam Chotome.
I said portfolio actual book.
You do yours on your phone. You do yours on your phone.
I mean, the stories. I mean,
felt pen. Sarkodie was somebody professional.
Masa, who you be your phone so? Who the
yeah, soft copy.
It'll be the hard copy, or it will be a patch or tro. So, our chocho. So once you've mentioned it, let me start from. Let me start from. I think yesterday when I saw the post, from Sark, I was a little bit. I was disappointed because I'm thinking. I mean, the post from Kofi Mole alleging that you were absent from the video shoot was on the same platform, and so many people tagged you in that. You did not respond to it. Why respond to the one from a radio station?
Maybe he didn't see.
He didn't see those ones. Yeah. Well, anyway, God bless him in that regard. German portfolio, the MC, everything cool, my guy?
Yes, everything creeps like what though?
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, easy.
Everything creeps like what? Kwame Dazi, everything cool?
Chris and Cross, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I feel talk some part one.
Man, I feel born herb. Early morning herbs.
Things, man.
Yeah, man, with the pan.
Adam, everything cool? Fantastic.
Unim Denchambo.
Ye nim so ye gidi.
On unim Denchambo.
Ye nim so ye gidi.
Ade Tuana.
But you followed the whole conversation on social media yesterday. I'm sure you got some tags as well because you were part of the show yesterday.
Yes.
I got lots of tags. People were tagging me because I was clearly visible in the video. And I got a lot of bashing online from the fan base, the quote-unquote fan base.
For what offense?
Because Moman is Sarkodie Dinda. You understand? Because he feels, it follows the narrative that the media is trying to push an agenda which is non-existent, because he is denying the fact that BBC and he's claiming that even if it did, there was some form of miscommunication. So it has been propagated by the media, of which...
But we didn't create the story.
Yes, exactly. The only person visible in there as a media guy was me. So exactly. So I mean, it's normal.
It's also one of the reasons why today I want to call on the media. There is this creeping intimidation that is, as it were, finding its way to gag and zip up the media from wading into issues that borders around the entertainment space. And if you don't take care, we will allow artists with huge fan base to weaponize their fan base to, as it were, prevent us from doing what we are supposed to do. And this is becoming increasingly worrying. I want to say today and call on the media fraternity that please, we should make sure we are not folding. Because if in the name of the phobia of fan base coming at us, we are going to fold and allow fan base to lead the narrative only in this entertainment space, we are not making headway and we are doomed. And it's something that I've realized. I am making a wake-up call onto the media space that please, we should make sure we are not conforming to the phobia of fan base and fanaticism. Else we will lose our voice in this space and we will be devalued and demeaned to nothingness. I have seen that of late, many people who are supposed to be on authority in this space and are supposed to speak up and even throw their expertise on certain issues wants to zip up because they fear that a certain group of people in the name of fanaticism will abuse their person. And so we are losing quality voices in the space to speak up to the issue and truth to power. I beg you, we can't allow fanatics and fan base to lead the narratives. No. So please, let's do away with this phobia of okay, me dem impem ho asem no bia be to the extent say we have people who have very rich contribution to certain industry issues, but fear that fan base will come at them. We will lose it. Please. So far as we are doing this constructively, objectively, and with a little bit of decorum, we are good to go. And that is our responsibility. We all the industry responsibility to retribute, reproach, shape the narrative in the entertainment space. Please, we should not conform and becoming worrying. In this case, I saw Kensa's tweets, and with all due respect, let me give the idol, the religion, his garden, not even flowers, because he deserves more than flowers. Now, Kensa deserves more than flowers. He needs a whole garden, which the media has over the years done. So, to create a make-believe out of this response to these tweets, to create the narrative that the media has been setting an agenda, and that Yema Udinda, Kensa, I beg to differ, with all due respect. Say, if there is any fraternity that has given you enough props for your contribution to where Ghana music industry has come, the media has always given you, even in times when you have, in quotes, disrespected or said some things that were no toffee to us. Things like, if we have not gone or reached the BBC status, we have no moral right to criticize you. Yet, we didn't hold offense in that, because in as much as we are ready to criticize your brand, we should be also ready to stomach certain criticism that comes from you. You find it cool. Even to the extent where we felt at a point in time you betrayed the media by telling people that the media had no hand in your upcoming, and you came out through social media, which was blatant and plain lies. The media took it cool. Okay, you are saying that you came through social media and not through us. But we know the contribution even this very house, multimedia, has had in your brand. It's okay to have your own reservations about how media approaches certain issues. But in this Kofi Mole case, Mr. Slim, Bra Kwame Dazi, Mr. Edem Totomi, the media is on record never to have led any agenda of Sarkodie behavior or attitude towards his colleagues. There is no receipt where Kinsak can tell me, or his fan base can tell me, that the media has ever ignited any conversation around how Kinsak has treated his fellow artists. Every allegation, I'm very particular about my words, every allegation that has been leveled against him by his peers, legends and generation after him, had come from the horse's own mouth and their first-hand information. I didn't come to tweet that you didn't give me response. Respectfully, it was Kofi Mole himself who said, you, hearing, hearing refers to us, Kinsak, and your team didn't get back to him. Sebi, Kofi Mole is aware of that narrative and tag on you that you are non-responsive and you have been called a certain way towards your colleagues in the industry. For him to have come out knowing that there is this lingering notion about you, it means that it has gotten to an extent where Kofi Mole might have harbored this bitterness and how he felt you treated him on this matter, video shoot matter, for 5 good years. Knowing the respect he has for you, let's assume without admitting that you didn't know about it. Who is the superstar in question, Kofi Mole? He is no novice or new to dealing with you. Kofi Mole had engaged you on several projects and so is much aware of the means and channel to reach you. And it is coming to me as a shocker for Kinsak to create the notion that yes, communication is there, but it doesn't mean Kofi Mole, unless Kofi Mole also has a duty to come out and state plainly, emphatically who he engaged, which I know Kofi Mole almost says into the game, know what it takes and means it takes and vessel it takes to reach Kinsak. Because you have worked on BB back together when you needed him. You have worked on the audio of the said project. So he definitely knew the right channel to reach you. Let's assume without admitting that you didn't know. Then it boils down to some of the allegation that has come on your team. And so by way of this communication, it means that your team also has to wake up. Because there are instances that you have not even sanctioned certain information from your camp, that your team has broken it prematurely, that has hurt you. And I've said that. Now, Kinsak, respectfully, you have graduated from just a brand to an institution and now you are a religion. So it has gone beyond the fact that people just revere you. Now people worship you in such a way that consistent and persistent on unending tag that revolves around you and your attitude towards your colleagues hurts people more than you yourself. And so if you want to devise the Dad Lumba and the Nebuchadnezzar approach to the issue, it should tell you that now it's beyond you. It's about your fans. It's about your image on the international market. Because if your local people form certain narrative about you, it's the same way that we shape the international market. Okay, Kofi Mole is lying. There's communication. Say in the local parlance, you say see a boarding shemra. Na se bi enye. Ye boarding so tumra enye dey. And na se bi ohina on tie futu no. Eto bi abedwam ye den. Ne ntuma timiti bibi. Enu nti se Kinsak wo dey for the first time some of we people who are so concerned about your brand listen to us and see, okay, say Kofi Mole instance no krana. You can't be the middle of conversation for the same old allegation and tell us, say, Kinsak, honestly, san when you know your man didn't die because and yet it from the boss list way.
Where is this list coming from?
This list are lists of people who have equally complained about the same Kofi Mole situation.
Mention them. Let's
this list is in categories.
Okay.
The categorization of this list, one is from your legends you say you look up to.
Okay.
The second category is from your peers. The third category is from generations after you.
Okay, run us through.
You get water.
I am not the one. Okay. With all due respect.
Okay, run us through.
These are horses and these are from their own mouth.
Nanako.
Freddie Merway.
Ko.
Also, I am not the one. Hitz FM is not the one who came to tell you the treatment you meted out to. A legend like Freddie Merway trying to connect with you for a project and your attitude towards him, he was complaining with utter disgust and bitterness. Okay, that one is a lie.
Okay.
The legendary Obrafo, which you have said countless times, that he is your idol, and you looking up to him, and even proud to the incidents of you not showing up for this documentary, you have bowed live on stage. There's a picture to it where you have idolized him. Set up,
And he handed you a crown.
set up, like Kofi Mole.
So Obrafo too set up.
There was a setup for the Pamuka documentary. And
Sarkodie-
according to Obrafo, and I'm saying that if there is any allegation that is untrue, Kinsak and he seems to sue me because a brand like Kinsak, I can't just throw anything I don't have receipt. That is why me tumria and my day, my chain is sealed from the own house's own mouth.
Carry on.
Obrafo said, I made a setup for the Pamuka documentary. I called the gentleman. He never showed up, and he never gave me a reason.
He's still on his way.
These are Obrafo's own mouth from Abra.
They use the motorway before traffic.
Traffic.
Okay. Samini. The most painful part about Samini's own was that at the time you needed Samini, he was as responsive as the speed of light. Brapenyi, I need you to do this. He did this. The second time you needed him, said, oh, Metukwine, but our communication, I'll be back in 24 hours. When he came back from his trip, he did what he was supposed to do for you. Now, Samini's album plan was distorted because of you, because of the same cold attitude towards Samini, and ruined his plans for his album. And he had to prematurely release this as against the initial plan. Am I the one who said it? Please no. Akateche, in an interview with Hammer on Pure FM, said that having sought their services to perform for you on Rapaholic, it had been difficult for them to get you to reciprocate the same energy when they needed you on a song. I didn't say that. And I'm very particular that if I had lied on Kinsak, which I will never do because I respect him, then his team should sue. Even Shatawale has complained about your dealings with him for the Major Girl video. This is open receipt. It's on there. These are your legends. A+ has sworn that you are in his bucket list of people he will also reciprocate what you have done to him. Because you guys have discussed something very important. And on the day that the thing was supposed to transpire, you disappointed him. Serious, of course. I didn't say, if I am lying on Kinsak, he should sue me. These are the words of A+. These are your legends. Let me swipe that.
So we are now moving
PS.
from
Let's go.
legend to PS. Okay.
PS.
Let's go.
Carry on.
I ignored them at a point in time who carried you along.
Edem. Yeah, I been out to phone.
Well, yeah, going to phone.
Edem, go get them.
Go get them. Okay.
Complained with passion, losing a colossal skyrocketing amount of almost 50,000, more than 50,000 Ghana cedis. And in his case, again, he did a setup according to the stipulated time between both parties. And Kinsak didn't show up. And so Edem complained about losing more than 50,000 Ghana cedis. These are not my words. These
So
are
Edem
Edem's
too set up.
setup.
I beg you, not be me.
No, it's not you.
No, not Edem.
Edem go get him. He also did a setup and
I'm doing this with love because if Kinsak knows, I am proud that I am dealing with an anarchist who is discerning enough to know when to admit, which I know that he knows that this is coming out of love. His peers, Yemi Alade, flew a whole team.
They be in junior now.
No, around the same generation. Johnny around the same generation.
Oh, Sark.
Yes.
Sark be.
No. Yemi Alade is around the same
Oh,
generation.
no.
Oh, Charlie.
Maybe, unless
Let
we
me
do
They cannot be in the generation of
Oh,
Sarkodie.
come on. Okay.
unless we do a proper check on
Johnny
when
breakthrough.
It hasn't taken
anyway.
anything away from
Just
the
carry
generation.
on.
You
Just carry
continue.
on.
Now, when the lady was complaining, now it was in an interview that we mentioned Sark, and he said there is no way if the word feature comes into her mind, Kinsak would ever again cross her mind because of how Kinsak dealt with her, flew a whole team to do the Hey Baba video, and Sark disappointed and never got back upon reaching and breaching her. The lady complains bitterly for that loss that Kinsak made her lose. Now, Sherifa Gunu has also come out to complain. That one, he was very quick after the interview to make amends. But the complaint was there. Gospel artist, who is your childhood friend?
Even gospel artists.
Emoji too complain. Please, all this, Yama Odinda, and yet HFM the Kayo, me pacho muni. Okay. Now, generations after you, those who call you landlord, those who revere you, those who are giving you your garden, not even flowers.
Yes, you know what Kwaka said.
Oh, crowd is. Crowd day.
Crowd.
Brother, he dey cry. Crowd there. Otimi be so life no osun. What you say?
Crowd any year.
You see? Mukra come
Yeah,
Good. Me cramp me ref you know.
I think Flokin on Gifted One also wanted. I think
one of the reasons why Flokin Stones fans are still angry at him for doing the Firebond and remix when Sarkodie called, because this is a gentleman at a point in time. But I understand normal politics almost at the point in time Sarkodie betina pento sa man feeling almost no. So it's there. And no cry because it's a retaliation.
Take it out.
Yes.
Take it out.
Sheriff Aguno. Yes, I've said it. Now generations after you, your own signee, Strongman.
What happened?
Had a 10 a.m. album to release. And the album was delaying because he has assured his fan that the last person to be collaborated on the album was King Sack. And when that thing is confirmed, the 10 a.m. album was ready to go. This guy prematurely released the album and got questioned why the King Sack Strongman collaboration has never happened, because in history, Sarkodie and Strongman has no music video together in history, even after signing him. There is no official music video of Strongman and Sarkodie ever.
But they have songs.
Oh, they have songs? Of course they have songs.
But they don't have a music video.
They don't have a music video. Never.
Okay, carry on.
And so, this 10 a.m. album, Strongman prematurely released it, and we asked and said, King Sack upon series of tests never got back. So he had to prematurely release it and give the song to somebody else. I didn't say these are the words of Strongman. Now, Ink Boy, the Nigerian young boy. But Ink Boy, they mean I'm now.
No.
Pacho your portfolio. Out of love, King Sack, and respect. The boy was complaining bitterly how unfair you treated him when he also needed you to reciprocate the same energy. You reach out to him to do that album together and that collaboration with him.
That's 1 million Ghana cedis.
1 million Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Well, let's assume they're admitting that all these people are people that you don't have a certain level of relationship with. Playfully, Adankwa the money. Having seen Sarkodie replying to someone test, retweeted openly that, hey, Sarkodie, so your phone they work. And he had to playfully answer them back that, oh, stop you guys, Moy and Kraboni and all that. But the guys were using a kiddie way to let them know that he has also been ignoring them. Joy B, the same thing. Now let's come to Danswa Biam, the most pathetic of them all. Where Danswa Biam, trying to get King Sack, had to go to the extent of going to his house to scale over the wall. When he has said that he has seen that King Sack was in the house, but was not allowing him after a series of tests and call. And so in his bid to scale over King Sack wall into his house, the security man came. And I'm not making this up. Like I've said that King Sack is a religion. And I know if I come at him and I have no receipt to this, I don't know if it has ever crossed you.
I had an interview with Dan Swabian.
He had to go and shared that story. Gates.
He shared that story.
I was on xylophone that time. He came, I was in the studio then.
He also shared that story on xylophone.
It was xylophone. He shared a story.
He shared a story with me in Kumasi. Okay. I was on Radio 1 back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God, landlord, are we making this up? Sometimes they make believe that the media has an agenda against you. It's the sole reason why your fans think it is not okay. You are untouchable, and so it is not okay to criticize you. But what we are doing is very constructive. And please look within yourself for once to admit that the Dali Lumba approach to these issues are denting your image and becoming one way too many. In any case where you are not directly to be blamed for, then let's also hold your team accountable. In which case, Raskuku and your case.
An angel.
Raskuku was emphatic that this time around, it was not about Sack. It was his team. He was emphatic. And so we know who to direct our blame game to. That is why I'm saying that Kofi Mole, having known all these dents on King Sack's name, should please do us the honest and mention who exactly
within the camp that he
engaged so that King Sack's name will be saved for us. If King Sack wants to tell me, say, this list are allegations and unfounded, then
how many are they?
I think for once, I don't know, I can count them. I think for once he should sue someone because it's becoming one way too many. And you can't always be leveled with the same kind of allegation and say that none of them or all of them are unfounded. Can suck. For some of us who care about the image this thing is creating about you, it's so unpalatable. It's so unpalatable.
Okay.
And I'm begging that for once,
Okay.
to clear your name, it's either you are suing or you gather all these allegations. The
And address
Saminis at them blowing things out of proportion. Are they riders or are they are part of commitment that they were supposed to honor that they didn't? That is what necessitated you ignoring them or sue for once to clear your name. Other than that, there is no way you can convince well-meaning Ghanaians and people of this nature that Yema Odinda, when we have not spoken this, these are coming from words of your legends you look up to, your peers you work with, and generations after you. And there's no way we are going to buy into, say, miscommunication when you don't finally come out to clear your name. We are concerned and we do love you regardless. Out of love, portfolio the MC.
So that's your love letter.
Yeah.
Hey.
I better drink water.
Kwame Dazi. 20 minutes editorial.
Should we continue?
Continue.
So we're coming in a when I saw the post on X, I was asking myself, so has Sarkodie spoken to Kofi Mole or his team after this tweet?
Yeah.
Because if you are trying to create the impression that you don't know anything about it and the issue is in the public domain, have you spoken to Kofi Mole about this?
Yeah.
From the tweet, the post clearly shows that this could be the first time he's even making any comment on that particular issue.
Yeah.
And trying to patronize Kofi Mole in a certain way. I say my superstar, Kofi Mole. Bro, when you need these young people, they come to you. You use them. You not use as and exploit them. You use them for whatever you want to achieve. Music video, mbeba, na mwecha. So how difficult is it for you to also do same for your peers or for your other colleagues in the industry? From the list, tall list that Portfolio has mentioned. Clearly, there is no way you can take yourself out of this equation because there are precedents, a lot of them. And so now you are creating a brand for yourself. And that brand is, I say, Omunipa. You don't respect people. Because most people who'd want to engage you in any business would think that, oh, this guy, it's only when he needs you that he is forthcoming with maybe communication. And you mentioned miscommunication. What is that? Communication is, taking information and receiving information, a two-way affair. So I give the information to you, you give it back to me.
Yeah.
But if it becomes one way and the person is sending you multiple messages, read Kofi Mole's text post. Or say multiple not one, not two. Again, the dates were set, 2 dates.
Meaning they had some confirmation one way or the other that you are going to make an appearance.
And if you are telling me that maybe it is not you personally they were communicating with, maybe it's a team that was in communication with Kofi Mole, then what is the role of the team that you have? Are they also just like you? They also ghost people? Or you think about what you think would favor you and not what to favor your other colleagues? I believe that it has gotten to a time where it's very difficult to even defend Sarkodie in anything of this nature.
Yes.
Because the moment you tried, there are examples, a lot of them, to diffuse your argument. Now, this is what I think Sarkodie should do. The Freddie Mayweather example, he apologized on radio.
Yeah.
Yemi Alade's issue too, he apologized. I think he has repaired his link with some of these people with apology in that regard. But there are others we never heard anything about the issues. This Kofi Mole issue, I am looking forward to Sarkodie maybe picking the phone and calling Kofi Mole to tell him, Charlie, bro, wait.
If he's done that, I'm
maybe,
not sure.
maybe. And if he's done that, I'm very sure Mole will come out and tell us. Because Mole made this allegation on social media. It is all over. Okay. So if truly Sarkodie had called him, I'm not sure he would sit without telling us.
maybe they had a convo that is not supposed to be for public consumption.
But the one he posted, the Sarkodie retweet of our post on social media is for us to see.
Yes, I mean, one way or the other, addressing a couple of people in there, maybe the media house, number one.
No, it's for the
also,
good of Sarkodie himself.
Okay, so you are talking solution.
Yes, of course, because now your image is being damaged. You need to repair the image. How do you do that? If you have reached out to him, we know that sometimes, you may be engaged somewhere and not be able to avail yourself for some of these shoots and all that. But let the person understand why. Reach out to them. Communicate. Oh, can't miscommunication. Why not? Yes, I miscommunication. Is it on the part of Kofi Mole or on the part of your team? So I believe that it's becoming too many for Sarkodie as a brand. And so he should try to find ways of repairing this kind of image that he's earned for himself. Nobody gave it to him. On one or and it's our image, And it's not as though anybody hates him as media or as individuals. But I believe that if you are working with people, let them feel that you love them as they do for you.
Okay.
All these people are people that one way or the other have given you something for your craft. So you can't do that to them. As an industry, as media, we are here to report what goes on. We are not here to create or manufacture stories. Whatever happens out there, if Kofi Mole says A, we report it. And yes, we are trying to bring you down. So I beg him.
One of the conversations one of the comments that I saw online that I wanted to address was that people were saying, this song is like a 5-year-old song, so why are we having the conversation around it? And people don't know, maybe some of them will see except bits and pieces on social media, thinking maybe we picked it up as a whole conversation and we discussed that. Well,
there's a background to it.
There's a background to it. So the whole conversation was discussed over the weekend on Showbiz Review Extra. And Bulldog made a statement, a larger statement, saying music videos are not even relevant. So in advising Kofi Mole that, shoot visualizers. That will get you the traction that you need on your DSPs, your audio DSPs. So do that. That was the bigger conversation. Now we moved from that and we were trying to get video directors to find out their side of the story. Are music videos still relevant in these times and age? And yes, we got to Yao Skyface, who accidentally, because I did not even know that he was the videographer or the video director who was employed for that music video. And he shared the side of the story that, yes, this actually happened, confirming what Kofi Mole said. So it wasn't, I just want to put it out there that even if it was, that is the role of the media to find out the truth and deliver. You understand? And of course, it is the truth because two people have confirmed. Unless Sarkodie has somebody else who would step in and let us know that, we received the phone call from Kofi Mole and it's our fault. We did not deliver the correct message to Kinsak. As it stands now, I think he's the best person to take the fall.
I think to conclude, Sarkodie should know that he will not be on top forever. People will not always need him. Sometimes you also need some people. So to make sure that he keeps the relationship, he should try to communicate. Maybe.
Mr. Adam Chotome,
Nana,
you've been following the conversation.
Same with you. As a mechanic, for me, I will just have a little, submission on this. I would have wished that post Sarkodie did. I think he did himself disservice with our post because the response to the post meant that he really felt it. People were tagging him and he was worried about it. It was why, because Sarkodie doesn't easily speak. So for Sarkodie to speak, it means that thing has really entered him. So I would have wished that he would use what we call corrective action approach, one of the crisis response strategy. With this corrective, action approach, you quickly, like he said, the last part, he said he's not aware of this. So quickly he should have made an environmental scanning of his team. Charlie, I've seen this. Did Kofi Mole get to us? Oh, yeah. What was it about? This? Oh, okay. Oh, if that's the case, then with this, you've been able to define the problem. Then you come to now address the problem and ensure it doesn't recur, because you are coming with some cupboard full of some of these things. So something which is similar to those in your cupboard should mean a lot to you. Because the way he tackled it, like he tackled it too lightly. So he should have done that environmental scanning. And
you say he tackled it too lightly?
Yeah, with the post. I mean, yeah. It was, I mean, look at that, the last part. I mean, it was very this should be, this is when it has not happened to you before. But you are coming with, like, a lot of these in your cupboard already. So a similar one should be of concern to you, because if you are not careful, it is shaping the opinion of people. If you go to read the comments under the post, people are trying to believe that's how he is. Maybe he's not like that. Maybe there's some lapses. So he should have used a corrective action strategy to let us know that he's kind of problem, to realize that it's coming from here. And going forward, this is what he's done to address this particular issue. And the future one.
That would mean him admitting. That would mean...
But what is wrong? Admitting is also a form of saving your face. Mortification.
Okay.
You admit. Oh, I did it. It was wrong.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. It even makes people, trust you. You understand? They trust you again. So I think, they need to take these issues very serious, because I'm not sure Sarkodie himself will be happy if someone should do same to him. You say, I did or no. If you feel like Obi yells I did to us some couple of times, you will not be happier. Say if it's about your colleagues, treat it as agents, so that it wouldn't appear that you are maybe opportunistic or something, like the way people thinking that.
Since you are wading into the correctional bit of it, I think one of the statements that he needs to withdraw, because it still hurts those who have been victimized in this situation. They say, "Me, I'm a crowd for me, I'm in fact."
That was in the past. Maybe I say,
no, I'm saying that it's one thing I'm a hurty or mama. He say, "Obeso Chelsea, name I'm a crowd for now on fa." It's like sometimes so sad statement. It was sad deep or taking it lightly. But imagine if you have been victimized and you hear Kensak on an interview say, even my mother. So that is what I'm saying. Some of these things is part of the correctional things that I think.
I know the trim them so see at them so
far. Dead cases.
So I think that
there's only one active case in there, and that as a result of the media, you've activated a 5-year-old case.
Bringing my submission to a close, I think that they need to be really concerned about this. It doesn't look good for the brand Sarkodie, because, over the years, we've seen Sarkodie extend helping hand to brands, to lift brands, put brands on, among other things. So the same person who is putting brands on should not appear to be, not giving the opportunity to others to rise when necessary. So I believe this is an issue the team can easily deal with. Big ups to Kofi Mole.
The song is very nice.
Big ups to Kofi Mole. He also, did not give up. He still went ahead.
But what if that not appearing for music videos is also a brand that he also wants to push out? Because we live in a hold on. We live in an era
the kind of devil you want to become is not good.
No. We live in an era where being and this is not referring. I'm not referring to
devil's advocate.
No, I'm not referring to Sarkodie in this context.
Okay.
I'm saying having that type of mechimeho attitude also creates some form of aura around your brand. You understand?
Communicate.
Yes, you can't have
communicate.
The Michael Jackson. The Michael Jackson.
If he's not in.
No, but the thing is that is where we might also get it wrong. What if it's also a part of his act? What if?
Not responding, no.
Yes.
Not responding, no.
Consciously.
And that is why we're here today.
No, so
To
now,
help people,
so
cause
now-
them financial loss.
To not communicate.
Let us not forget that to every action.
So like he said-
whether so many people were happy, there were other people who were also not happy.
Nana Acheche Bono na oye.
Me,
Like he
Acheche
he said in his post,
No.
if he's not in, he's not in.
Exactly.
So if
So
he's
that
not
is the
in,
only
So
thing
if you're
that-
not in, communicate.
So
I'm not in.
that is the only part of his statement that also will fight back at him, because you can intentionally make your brand unavailable.
Of course.
You can do that. Let's not put it out there on the record that once you're an artist and you feature,
So make it
you
unavailable.
from-
Available to the
So you
person.
can say, I will do the feature, but I won't do the video.
Anyway, the highlight of the whole conversation yesterday that I thought was going to get a lot of attention would be Yao Skyface's take on music video and its importance in this era, because that is more educational. I thought it was going to take the center stage, but looking at the Sarkodie and his weight as he weighed in.
Top, street loves violence.
Oh, exactly. As he laid hands on the post, what I'm going to say, Ijafa.
But I could feel your heartbeats when the tweet was made.
No, yes, because
Your adrenaline was high.
for the DJ Slim, who is a content creator, yes, it's time for me to make money. For the DJ Slim being seen in there, I was a little bit upset.
In where?
In the video, because I was the only person who was visible in the video. It was me and Yaska.
The video. Yeah.
And so it applies to Moma Midin Dano. So who is that
he-
person? Is it Skyface, DJ Slim, Hitz FM,
Or Portfolio?
Kofi Mole? Who is the person he's trying to address? So I was a little bit, upset. But anyway, it is what it is. It's the industry. So Charlie BB, but I have my big brother in here. Mr. Robert Clark, how you doing, boss?
I'm good, Charlie.
I'm sure you followed the conversation. You followed the portfolio editorial. Today he did the editorial. 20 solid minutes. Hey!
See, some of these comments you pass create some notion I don't like.
Oh no!
I'm here to do my job. No. When I'm talking to
You
DJ
have a
Slim,
job here?
I know.
I'm just checking. You have a job?
Okay, so
Don't
so
say-
henceforth from
don't
my
say agenda.
Wikipedia profile, maybe I have to delete an entertainment journalist because
Please
you are making it look like I don't.
Don't mind them. Don't mind them. Lexi is also
this
giving you
one
shout
can
on,
make it
on Facebook.
He's a sack native. He's a fanatic, so I understand. He will be displeased by truth.
Before Robert joins us, let me read a couple of messages on Facebook. This one is from Ebenezer Ansa. He says, Slim, please ask Kofi Mole if he was in contact after the song was released. If they had a contract that after the song was released, they are going to shoot a music video for it. Maybe he did the feature for free and Mole was expecting him to also do a music video for him and Sak. Yes, Sak knows that was in the initial plan, so it happens. Okay, so I think we should also, in all fairness, try to reach out to Kofi Mole for us to establish some facts out of it.
That's why we are saying he has a responsibility in this issue.
Kofi Mole has
come out like Raskuku came out and said it was Angel who sabotaged my collaboration with Sak. He was emphatic. So Sak did. I heard the Sak been doing me at that.
But in this case,
It's your team.
No. That is what I'm saying. So Sak this time around, it moves
Your
from
team
Sak.
represents you.
No, but it moves from Sak as a person to his team.
No.
Raskuku was emphatic. So Kofi Mole should come out. I engage the same vessel through which you engage me on BB, or engage the same vessel through which you engage me for the audio project.
Okay.
Simple.
So, but let's also do a balanced conversation here. There are also other artists that Sarkodie has featured and shot music videos for. So, in order not to carry the narrative that he is the type of artist that.
But I said that he's been pushing
He
to
should
pull.
be.
You know what I mean?
So
said
there's
that.
actually a message here, and this one is from Nana Kwame Prempe, and he's saying, Slim, we can make a balanced argument here. How many people has Sak done videos for, and how were they able to get it done? How was their push like, and how did they
So
get
this
to?
one, Kofi for tell us, because Sak says he's not aware. So Kofi for tell us
So
who he reach out to.
And then we also reach out to people who.
You see, the argument he's advancing is very difficult. Oh, Robert Kranka said.
Okay,
So,
so
It's very difficult. Because then you're just trying to say that because he may have done videos for others.
He can ignore.
All the examples we've listed here hold no water. What are you talking about? Not 1, not 2, not 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
But you're 20. How do you defend this? Not 1, not 2, not 3.
This one there.
There is nothing to balance. There is nothing to balance. Suban.
It's indefensible.
It's indefensible.
The same person who was making the case now see it's indefensible.
I would say. Let me pay Robert on this one. This is.
They say heavy is the head.
Where's the crowd? Babi TGM,
you want to balance it too?
They come TGM is some friend over.
I think it's a bit tough, you know. There's a lot of evidence in terms of what has been said, the fact that it's repeated itself, but I think that it will also be good to hear from the side of Kofi Mole.
Yes.
I don't think the tweet is enough. Because what does a tweet actually say?
And what more do you want to know?
No. I'm just trying to establish.
The tweet, there was a mention of 2 bodies. Sack himself and extended to his team as well.
I get that, but what did he say? Did he?
Should do you want me to read it?
You read it earlier on, so I think maybe you can read it again.
Okay, so the tweet says, the initial tweet was, one day I go organize Kanta Boys make them put Kofi Mole for tabletop, make we lasham. Promo no enter the song inside cry. You made a whole sack 10 Bruno Mars. That's what the social media user said. So in his response, Kofi Mole wrote, I was ready to shoot a video, but never got any response from Sarkodie and the team after multiple texts and calls. So I let it slide.
Mm-hmm. So it was after multiple calls and texts.
Yeah.
And he was ready.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily mean that there was an agreement, because he didn't really state that there was an agreement and they had discussed the video and it was supposed to have been honored, and then it didn't happen. Sorry. That's not what the tweet is saying. The tweet is talking about readiness and wanting to do something and not getting feedback. Not that you have an agreement, you have scheduled based on your agreement and it didn't happen.
Okay.
Let's establish clarity here.
Okay. That is the tweet.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. The tweet is not stating that there was an agreement. The tweet is only stating his readiness to do something, which at the end of the day you can quantify as desire, or you can label as desire. So you have the desire to shoot a video and you try to reach out, but there was no response.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a desire to meet DJ Slim. And I tried to hit him, but there was no response. It doesn't mean that I have engaged DJ Slim. We've had a conversation. We have plans, and we're going to do it. And DJ Slim on the day didn't turn up. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's why I wanted to read the tweet again. So for me, reputation is currency in this space.
Exactly.
And once it is currency, it is important that we manage it and protect it. The 22 immutable laws of marketing. Reputation, perception is equal to reality.
It's reality, yeah.
So when something is cast onto your image and it becomes both reality, it can affect your brand.
Exactly.
And in our case, your brand is what feeds you really, because
Yes.
that's what precedes you. That's what goes.
So
So all I'm saying is that
I understand. But
so wait. So let me just finish. So what I'm saying is that for me, I would love another conversation. I'm not saying that Kofi Mole is lying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that the information that is out there is not enough.
Yes.
So I would love some form of interview where he's stating clearly that we spoke, we had an agreement, we discussed what we're going to do. He saw the concept, he was okay with it. We agreed on the role. He said it was going to be free. He was going to something.
Yeah.
And then we planned, scheduled.
And he never showed up.
Yes. And this is a contact person I was dealing with throughout.
Yeah.
And so there was no reason why he wouldn't pick that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then it didn't happen.
Okay.
So that's what I would like to hear, because I'm not getting that from the tweet.
The tweet. Okay, so I also wanted to punch in what Skyface said in the interview yesterday, because Skyface, his statement confirmed that there was some form of contact that was made to King Sark or his team by Kofi Mole. Because I wanted to establish that fact. So I asked him, were you the person engaging Sark and his team? And he said, no, it was Kofi Mole.
Exactly. So whatever you are saying now is taking the premise from Kofi Mole's statements.
Exactly. It confirms that.
Exactly. No. It only confirms that Kofi Mole is the one dealing with them.
Good.
But
and
what
also,
but it doesn't. The statement doesn't say that there was.
Okay. So I would now want to know, because I want to top up with what you were saying. That I also want to know on what grounds and what confirmation did Kofi Mole have in order to engage the services of a video director. Because you need some form of confirmation.
That is what I'm thinking.
Green light,
Of course.
You need some.
From whom?
What sort of,
Or it could be that Charlie,
confirmation
or it
sort
could
of
be that
agreement.
Charlie, I want to shoot this thing soon on this particular date. I'm discussing with you. Let me understand the concept. While you are doing that, you're also trying to get contact Sark and his team with the hope that you get the feedback real quickly so that you can agree on when to do this. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Let's not
so
create the
all I'm
impression
saying
that
is
Kofi
that
Mole is some kid, some 10-year-old child
who doesn't
who
understand.
doesn't understand what he's doing, or who doesn't know the music industry and how it operates.
no. When you say that, what do you mean?
What I mean is that for somebody to go into a studio with another musician, record a song, comes to tell us that the other person was not available for a video shoot. Let's not create the impression that the gentleman Kofi Mole just woke up one day and said Sarkodie should come and shoot video.
But you certainly wake up one day.
No. Let's not create the impression that he just.
You will wake up like you. If you sleep, you go wake up. And it will
I
be
know
one
what you're
of the
talking
days.
about.
So it's one day.
But let's not create the impression that Kofi Mole just called Sarkodie one day. You go to video.
No, you are not saying just called. You see, his statement does not prove that he even got feedback from Sarkodie about the video.
And I'm saying that we're all assuming at this point in time, but I am saying I am very much convinced that there must have been conversation.
Okay, so the
So
conversation.
all I'm saying is that we can't get that from the
Senior,
tweet.
that-
So
so
anything
there were
beyond
2
the
dates.
tweet.
Yes.
No.
Wait.
Wait. I come.
Wait.
Anything beyond the tweet. Anything beyond the tweet is an assumption. It's an opinion. It's not factual.
And Senior,
And
all
I'll
I'm
be-
saying is that
I'll be very
journalism
much-
deals with truth, accuracy,
I'll be surprised.
and objectivity.
I'll be surprised.
So if these are
disappointed
the 3 key
if
points,
Kofi Mole did not have any prior interaction with Sarkodie or his team to come and shoot a video.
Kwame, 1 second.
I'm putting your microphone off.
Kwame, 1 second.
Kwame, that's you.
Kwame, make a finish.
Kwame, that's your,
Kwame,
your
I beg, make
microphone
a
is
finish.
off. His microphone is off. Don't
His
worry.
microphone is off. Also.
Don't worry.
So what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this.
Talk to me.
It doesn't mean Kofi Mole is lying. What I'm saying is that the information
It's
out
limited.
there is limiting.
Yes.
And so it doesn't give us enough to be able to draw conclusions on. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So it will be good to hear from the horse's own mouth, from the perspective of a journalist. Oh, you said this. What does it really mean? Because you expressing an interest.
Yes. Readiness.
Yeah, readiness to doing something doesn't necessarily mean that the other party has agreed.
Yes.
You saying that you tried to reach out and there was no response means that there was no contact. You understand? There was no because you tried to reach out, but there's been no response. So if there's been no response, then there's no response. So let's just understand what that. All I'm saying is that we cannot base off that and say that because of
looks
this
similar to
we are
when
moving into a
they
particular
did a
tangent and
setup,
then
everything.
saying that somebody has done something wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, Senior, which is true.
So let's just dig
Yes.
deeper because indeed
much as
that's
I
what journalism
understand
is.
But the additional information-
Robert's concerns,
No,
in as
so-
much as I understand his concerns,
Yes, it's genuine.
I feel very uncomfortable with that assumption. It makes Kofi Mole look very
Unprofessional, doesn't know his
unprofessional,
left
very
and right.
immature,
No,
very
not
naive.
necessarily.
But there's also a possibility. So
Not
sometimes
necessarily. What it also means is that the level of assumption that people have when they read tweets should also be doused. You understand? Don't just read something and assume what you want to assume when there are no facts to it.
Okay.
Because Kofi Mole, in all honesty, didn't say that Sarkodie disagreed. All he said was that he was ready. So why do you now blame Kofi Mole for just sharing the information with you that he was
Maybe
ready
he was
and
ready.
there was no feedback?
He engaged Skyface and they were there hoping that your man would turn up.
And
he
hope
did
go work
not.
on hope.
Yes.
To the extent that so the additional information here was that they had to forcibly use the setup instantly for a different project. So on 2 different days. So and
Is that what Kofi Mole said?
no, is that
That's
the camp?
what
His director
yeah.
said having set up, having set up and being disappointed, they have to instantly
We had a plan B.
use the setup for on 2 different
songs.
days.
So good, but that is still a report
Not
from the director,
not
and
Kofi
his
Mole.
basis for his submission is the fact that the person who was in contact with the SAC team is Kofi Mole. So you have to still go back to Kofi Mole because what the information he shared, in no way, like there is no way because it's country, it's small, it's it doesn't
not
speak.
material
We don't have
enough
enough to work
for
with.
it.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that if Sarkodie is also now coming back and his response, is in the opposite direction, then it also, it gives you the reason to want to evaluate what Kofi Mole really typed.
Why
Just
don't
so
we
that
call
can
Kofi Mole right
that's
now?
all.
I think we need.
He's in the States.
no, why-
He's in Ghana. He's in the States.
Oh, we can still call him.
He's been in the States. But at this, I think by way of this conversation, we can also admonish that creatives should stop overestimating their position in other creative lives. What Sarkodie will do for Ken Promise in a microsecond, he might not do for you, but in your mind, you think because you have been on his project, you should not take certain bureaucratic process to get him. So sometimes you may overestimate your position in people's life in such a way that your expectations on them, you think is supposed to be on the level that you also give them. And that is why I'm saying we have other artists that Ken Sak has pulled through, and it was with less stress. With Joy B, it will be less stress. King Promise, it will be less stress. So that synergy and chemistry is there with other artists. So if you are there thinking that because I've done some project with Sarkodie, I have that level of relationship with him. No, the way he sees you is not the way he sees Joy B and King Promise.
But okay, I understand where you're coming from. And it's not wrong, definitely. I mean, we live in a world where the type of relationship that
Energy.
exists even between all of us here
Yes,
are
yes.
not the same.
Yes.
You understand?
Energy. So yes.
Yeah, I understand. Well, this one I would like to even hear from the listeners, but let me read some of the messages that are coming in on Facebook. On Facebook, it's Hitz 103.9 FM. Hitz 103.9 FM. Ebenezer Ansan is saying, Kwame Dazi, you have to understand that maybe video shoot was part of the feature. But upon people giving Kofi was not part of the feature, but upon people giving Kofi pressure, he decided to shoot the music video, and SAC 2 wasn't ready to do it because they didn't agree on that earlier.
It's okay.
But it's not every song too that you want to shoot video for. Really.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, sometimes you allow the music to go, and then when you see the but that's what he also said. Sarkodie's tweet has that particular information.
Yeah.
That if
It's either I'm in or not.
Yes, exactly. And he said that he didn't see. Well, what did he say?
No,
He said,
but that
miscommunication.
No. You will
But Robert,
Samini out, Kateche out. He is in
that
or out.
that's his
So out,
either
out,
in or
out,
out
out,
thing.
out, 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 out,
And correct.
Oh,
No,
With
in
all
or
the
out.
examples
in or out. So this
all
is
these
out.
examples-
Out,
Listen,
out. Samini
me,
out.
I am not
Kateche
against.
out.
I am not.
All these examples
All
you've
these
read
examples you've read.
from Yemi
I hear
Alade,
you.
where he came to
I hear
apologize
you.
to Yemi
I hear you
Alade.
on the elements. And these
He did
ones
not
are
communicate
bad.
that he was in
I
or
just
out.
want to deal with the
He
issue.
ghosted her.
I just want to deal with
Why
the
then I say,
issue as is.
And then okay.
I know what Robert is doing to balance the discussion. It's fair.
He's a player. No,
It's fair.
He's sitting. His position
It's
is
fair.
former. What would you have him do?
do?
What would you have him do? What would you have to do in his current position? That is
makes
the
the
problem.
conversation-
What's the name? Portfolio.
Yes, boss.
This is your submission. You are trying to
You are gagging,
put a
Robert.
particular label on me.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
Which one?
Okay, I think.
In my position, my position as what?
You said you were a
No.
communication
I'm just.
expert.
No. In my
So
position as what?
You are the
TG,
I mean, whatever position.
I'm
Communication
listening.
expert.
No.
As what?
One say,
Comms expert.
Into asem wofia. Ona was say, who did soju
So,
go aseka
so,
kana.
so by this, you are stating that you're a child.
Oh no.
No, so then
The reference I'm giving to you.
No, then
It's a reference.
then
Okay, then
articulate your views properly.
I eat back those words.
It's back. You can drink water on top of it.
Yes, please.
Now say
Sorry.
what you want to
So
say.
Let me read some
ice,
messages I
ice.
have on Facebook as well as we wrap up. Nana Kwame Prempe is saying, Slim, you see our problem in Ghana, we do everything based on friendship. Friend zones making light of a serious craft that makes you money? No, it's a no. I feature on a song for free. you equally want me on a music video, which you might not have communicated before the music was done. Now the song blows up and you are now bringing issues of video shoot. Which video director is involved? How is the concept? What's the audience appeal I want? Let's think of the brand in question and how he also wants to appear in his marketplace.
Is it a lie? Artists don't want you to hear you talk about the untouchable. The problem I have.
I'm sorry, the untouchable is DJ Mensa.
No, what I'm saying is.
That's so, yeah.
So that is where.
Shouts to DJ Mensa,
Yeah,
the untouchable.
So where
I'm surprised this morning he's not sent me a message.
No, so that is where we have come.
Maybe he's not listening
That is
today.
where we have come as an industry.
You know they're Ghana.
So the
Okay.
issue here is: are we lying on Kinsack or not? No, in the books and dictionary of fanatics, why are you even talking about our untouchable? And that is where I'm calling media people not to fold, else we will let them lead the narrative for us. We are folding.
Portfolio.
Boss.
My question to you is this: on this particular subject, what is your basis for going 2 steps ahead of the conversation? Because if you don't take care, you'll be going into the path of opinion. And if you go into the path of opinion and you haven't, you've called out, if this, excuse me, yes, all I'm saying is, let's just be clear. What is the fact? What was the statement? Truth, accuracy, and objectivity. Those are the 3 key words, cardinal points of journalism. What did Kofi Mole state? Express of what? Desire. And the fact that he attempted to place calls and there was no feedback. That is all. Yes. That is all you have from Kofi.
That is the information.
That is the
available.
information. Anything else beyond this is what?
Opinion.
Which I'm worried for.
And our
Kinsack.
assumption.
I'm as a concerned fan. I'm worried for our Kinsack because he is our property. He is our Ghana Year of Return idol. He's our property. And so it gets to a time, if this black thing, series of people start saying this is not black anymore, this is blue, second person, this is blue, at a point in time people will believe this keyboard is actually blue.
True. So if you don't take care, what you are doing now will add to the color.
In order not for his fans to come at me to say I am blowing things up or cooking things out of nowhere, I provide a receipt which I have submitted myself to be sealed if I've misquoted this people.
But it doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't necessarily mean that this particular
No, I can't
It's
lie.
public knowledge.
No,
Yo.
God, I can't lie on such an
But
brand.
this is the public knowledge.
We are not,
His fans, go under the comment section. People who think that I'm uttering unfounded allegations.
That one
on
there, you've
That one, you should be
No,
rest
but,
assured that
but
once
what Robert is saying is true to a point.
Yeah.
I think we should speak to Kofi Mole to give details to
On
this
how the
whole
engagements went.
exactly.
How it
Because there are certain missing, points in the narrative.
Yes.
Let's get that.
In all the cases, Raskuku, who has
Yeah.
been very, very clear
Let's get that.
on the fact that it's one person inside him who saboted. And he was clear. That is the same tangent we want Kofi Mole to come out to. For once, save Kinsack image. Perhaps there is more to it. So, Kofi, for once, who did you engage?
Okay, FRP is my last, drops a statement on Facebook, and that will be my last message for the day. FRP is saying nobody will go and pay for a venue and set up without having a confirmation. Unless you want to say Kofi Mole is stupid and he assumed that SAC will show up. That is... Anyway, a million thanks to our sponsors this morning. Thank you so much.
You should take some ice. But unfortunately, you can't mention ice easily in America now.
Yeah, you can't do that. There's a different conversation. There's a different conversation around it. But anyway, thank you. Thank you, Robert, for joining us this morning. Thank you, German Portfolio, the MC. Thank you, Kwame Dazi. Thank you, Adam Chotome, for joining us this morning. And this morning, to our sponsors, we say a billion thanks. Betway, they are saying that if you're ready to become a millionaire today, you can do that simply by unlocking your 5 free spins on their Mega Money Wheel, where you stand a chance of winning a massive 1 million Ghana city jackpot. Where 1 million, it no be easy. Yeah, it no be easy, pa Jack. So log on right now to betway.com.gh and take your spin today. Look sharp and take your spin. We are regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Ghana dance. In fact, honorary. The word there is honorary. So if for be somebody way why and never on now like myself, best alternative dance.
Dance Amwaku.
Like